Hey, what's going on, y'all? Good morning.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Good morning. It's me, Captain John Felix here. Ting, ting. How y'all doing this morning? No, my arm's not dirty. That's just some artwork I had put there. Make me look a little tougher. How you doing? Oh, what's up, guys? All right, guys, the John Mills saga starts now. John Mills, who is he? He's a honorably discharged veteran from the Marine Corps. He's a guy who lives close by. He's one of my subscribers. He contacted me. I've known him now, probably going on a year. He's a good guy, but he's very impulsive. He doesn't express himself well. And him and I actually getting little tips about me saying, hey, John, you shouldn't say certain things because if I counter you with something and you don't have the answers, then you're giving the opposition ammunition. Well, John gave this guy ammunition, and I'm going to answer on John's behalf because I'm working on a story for John. John was actually, his rights were violated by Largo PD. I'm pretty sure it's Largo PD. Anyway, I'm going to be working on his story, so this will be part one of the John Mills saga, okay? Here we go. Let's just go from here. I'm not really sure. This guy's like caps for cops. This is a long video, so you'll understand here in a minute.
Obviously, as you can see, I don't have any coffee this morning. Okay, you guys know how like a week or two ago or whatever, I was sick and shit, and I had this really nasty cough. The cough really hasn't gone away. I'm not sick anymore. I just keep coughing.
I can't fast forward this because it's on Messenger. I don't even know how to find this otherwise.
And
so you're going to have to listen to his story about why he's drinking pineapple juice and how amazing it is.
And today I've just woke up. I've been coughing a lot. So I'm digging out one of my mom's old tricks. Something she swore by was pineapple juice. She swore to this stuff. You know, she passed away from an awful lung disease that had her coughing all the time. And she always said that drinking pineapple juice helped her cough. And luckily, she actually still had a few cans in the fridge. So we're going to test it out. This stuff says chill and shake well. So this is pretty damn cold. Go ahead and give it a good shake. I don't know how this is.
You do that awfully well, sir.
Gonna taste. I don't know if this is like sweetened pineapple juice. It just says regular. I like pineapples, so we'll see. All right, now I'm shaking it. I'm gonna open it. You guys are my witness if this shit spews everywhere. I don't know. Okay, I think we're safe. Let's give it a taste, see what we're working with. Oh, that's good. I'll enjoy this. That is good. All right, we got the pineapple juice. We're ready to rock and roll. Jason, what's up, man? Good morning. Don't tase me, bro. I'll try to hold back the urge, Paul. Hey, so
I'll try to hold back the urge, Paul. Pass me the mixed nuts.
Been a last-minute change to this show today. I know I was originally going to show some taser footage. We're going to talk about that incident that happened in Nevada that I found. Some plans.
We were going to cop-splaining our way through police actions.
Changed. I don't know if you guys have been keeping track of the Caps for Cops page, but there has been a new hater that's emerged. And
John Mills.
And let's just say the dialogue that went down between me and this guy was pretty fascinating. And I want to take that time today to address this guy. Normally, I don't like calling out the haters out loud because one, I don't want to make them bigger than they already are, you know, especially if they're stupid and they're spreading bullshit. I don't want to give them more attention, but in this case, I think that more attention might be the best route for them. And secondly, the reason I'm doing this is because this person has not only attacked me in the page, he's also now started going after my guests and those of you that follow the show.
Wait till you hear who his guest is.
So with that said, I'm going to acknowledge him because it's one thing if you come after me. It's another thing once you start going after other people that are supporting this page. I don't agree with that. So today's episode is going to be about that guy. We'll get around to it in just a minute. If you don't know who I am, guys, go check our shit out. I shouldn't have to say it. capsforcops.com. Find us on social media at capsforcops. We're ending the divide between citizens and police. We do this by...
They're ending the divide between citizens and cops. This is interesting. I'm all for that concept. Let's see how we're going to end the divide.
Recycling old bottle caps, using the money to educate citizens about police, and to award police officers who are going above and beyond the badge. Seriously, go check us out. We're doing amazing things. We have so many big projects coming up. This has actually been a big week for us already, and it's only Tuesday. We still have more to
notice his hat. I mean, I'm sure you've noticed by now.
Do this week, some surprises that are going to come out that are really going to blow you guys away. I just can't talk about it yet, but I promise you by Friday, all of you will know one of the big surprises I've been holding in. So I want to talk about, and if somebody down in the comments or somebody that's watching can go ahead and start a watch party. Normally I start a watch party on Facebook, but today I'm going to actually be pulling Facebook up on my phone. And I found out yesterday that if I do anything on my phone while the watch party is playing, it takes away the audio and the video. So I don't want to disrupt that experience for any of you. So if just one of you watching wouldn't mind starting a watch party, that would be great to help bring in some more viewers. And go ahead and like and share this video because I think it's going to get pretty heated today, but in a good and entertaining way. This ain't half bad, y'all. I might start drinking this every day just because. Maybe not in the mornings, but I'm going to have a can a day. This is good. So before we can talk about the beef, it's important to know what led to it. We always have to know where everything started. You know, Paul Spencer, you're down in the comments. You and I kind of had that little back and forth, and although we still don't see eye to eye, we've squashed it in a lot of ways. You know, you had enough respect to call me after the show, and we talked our differences out. So I respect you for that. But this guy is a little different. I'm going to read what started this debacle between us, and then I'm going to read the dialogue that occurred between me and this guy. And then, if we have time, I'm actually going to go on his page and read you guys some of the content that he shares and that he posts. It's not only distasteful, it's extremely disgusting. It's filled with cowardice and hatred, and these are the guys that we need to be keeping an eye on. So, you know, as you guys know, I'm a big fan of Joe.
So he's talking about somebody I know personally. All right.
Gamaldi, and Joe Gamaldi said we're going to keep an eye and hold people accountable.
Hold on. This is important here.
A little different. I'm going to read what started this debacle between us, and then I'm going to read the dialogue that occurred between me and this guy. And then, if we have time, I'm actually going to go on his page and read you guys some of the content that he shares and that he posts. It's not only distasteful, it's extremely disgusting. It's filled with cowardice and hatred, and these are the guys that we need to be keeping an eye on. So, you know, as you guys know, I'm a big fan of Joe Gamaldi, and Joe Gamaldi said we're going to keep an eye and hold people accountable that are stirring the pot and waging this pro-violence rhetoric against law enforcement.
Okay, he just misrepresented what Gamaldi said. Okay. First of all, this guy's a big fan of Joe Gamaldi, the guy with the bigoted, racist past who called guys the N-word as he's tackling a wrong guy outside the stadium in New York. According to the documents that were sent to me, cannot confirm or deny it. I made a video about it. It's called is Joe Gamaldi a bigot with a checkered past or something of that nature? So check out that video. There's your response to Joe Gamaldi. And he didn't say anything about violence. He said, anyone saying that the police are the enemy, we're going to come after you. We know who you are. And we're going to... Gamaldi said he's going to retaliate against us for our speech. Said nothing about violence. You're misrepresenting the truth right there, bro.
So, in honor of Joe Gamaldi right now, we're going to be doing this and putting this guy...
He's honoring Joe Gamaldi, the guy, the bigot with a checkered past, who was claiming that he's going to go after people for free speech. He said nothing about violence. You're lying right now. You're skewing.
On blast. So if you guys saw I posted a picture of we had a giveaway a while back where we were giving away a thin blue line flag, and an amazing officer,
Who would want that?
somebody who's turned into a good friend of mine, Rob Trevino, actually won that giveaway. He's out in Michigan, and I mailed him that flag out in Michigan. When he received
You should use that as a training mat for your dogs, guy. Whoever won that.
it, he posted a picture in uniform. He's a police officer. So he posted a picture in uniform holding his new thin blue line flag.
All right, camaraderie. You guys are holding the same flag. Never seen that before in history. Never saw that in World War II. Sensationalism of a flag symbol.
This is where the dialogue began. You might have seen these screenshots if you
I think their flag was red and yours is blue. You know, colors don't matter. A rose by any other name, still a rose.
follow our Instagram. I posted these a few days ago. On Sunday. So on Sunday, this gentleman by the name of John Mills comments on the
My personal friend.
picture of the officer holding the flag. And he
John has a hard time controlling his mouth. I'm going to call you out too, John, so whatever. Not because I don't like you, not because we ain't buddies, but when you talk the talk, you got to walk the walk too.
he says, "Why do the police embrace a flag that violates U.S. flag code? It used to be a crime to display a bastardized version of the American flag. We the people know that this is a gang symbol."
It is a gang. If by every definition of a gang, the police are a gang by definition. And that symbol represents that group gang of people. That's accurate.
So I saw this guy and I knew there was going to be some sort of issue. So I attempted to comment back to him and I said, this is my response. I said, "This is not an official flag. There are no policies or protocols for this flag. There is not a pledge of allegiance for this flag. This is nothing more than a symbol. Therefore,
So if it's not official, it's a symbol of what? The problem is we're the ones that fund it. We want the American flag. We don't want some blue line symbol flag. We want the American flag and the American Constitution to be honored by police. We don't want the thin blue line. We don't want the code of silence. We don't want the which side of the blue line are you on code. We want you to honor your oath to the Constitution, not a American flag look-alike flag representing police culture, which has nothing to do with Constitution. That symbol, that flag, does not represent the U.S. Constitution that police officers swore an oath to. It represents the complete opposite.
U.S. flag code does not apply. See my video covering this subject specifically.
He may be right about the flag code thing. It's not worthy enough to look into the flag code thing. But regardless, if you were to poll the American people and say, which flag would you rather have the police force emblazoned on their cars and the uniform? The blue line culture flag symbol or the American flag? Think about that, fella. Look a little young.
If you guys remember, I made a video about the thin blue line flag, and went into the flag code, went into everything about that. So I urged him to see my video. Then he responds by posting a meme. And excuse my language, guys, I'm quoting the meme here. He says, "Remember, kids, police are your friends, and if you don't do what we say, we will fucking kill you."
Okay, so, John, you shouldn't be posting memes in response to people, okay? That's weak, man. No offense, bro. So, what it is, it's a cop preaching to small kids, and the meme says that. And the reasoning behind it is because cops make up 0.38% of the population, but kill around 11 to 1,200 people a year. Basically, let me start from the top. I'll just put it in, never mind. Let me start from the top. About 15,000 deaths. Police commit about 1,200 of them while making up 0.38% of the population. I believe that means you're 22 plus times more likely to be killed by a cop than anybody else. 8 times more likely to be killed by a cop than a terrorist. Police do a lot of indiscriminate killing. And they've killed a lot of innocent and unarmed people. For the people that want to say, oh, I bet 1,199 of those were justified. Of course, we investigated ourselves. Hello? Don't you trust us? Blue line. Don't you trust our blue line symbol culture?
And it's a police officer speaking to a group of children. So I respond.
See, that meme, John, is vague and it's harsh. You're just like, you just want to attack the guy. Leave this shit to the pros, bro. Me.
And I say, this is very distasteful. Give me an example of when this has actually happened.
When people have been killed by cops for disobeying orders, unlawful orders. Are you kidding? Do you not have an internet connection? See, this is pleading ignorance here. Cops murder a lot of people, dude. If you don't know that, your head is stuck up in that hat real far.
Right after I attempted to comment back to John Mills, he blocked me, knowing that I was the...
John says that's not true, but I can't confirm or deny. But I believe I can fly.
...admin of the page. So he blocked me and basically wouldn't allow for my comments to be seen. I let it go, whatever, but I did make the post on Instagram how we have another hater in the house. And I said,
there's a hater in the house, point him out, point him out. It's a hater in the house, point him out.
Something along the lines of, when I posted on Instagram, I said, this is what happens every single time I try to have dialogue with a hater. I get blocked every time. Well, apparently he saw that.
Anybody noticing this guy smacks his lips a lot? I wasn't going to say anything the first 16 times, but it's like standing out now.
I wasn't very happy about it. So he unblocked me long enough to allow me to message him. I saw that he had unblocked me, and I had assumed he was going to confront me about posting about him, kind of like you did, Paul. But he didn't. He just unblocked me. So the second I saw I was unblocked, I sent him a private message. This is where the fun really begins. I sent him a message, and I posted about this yesterday, and I said, John, would you like to come on our live show and have a discussion about the police? I haven't gotten to interview a cop hater yet.
I'll come on your show. My name's John. I'll interview you. I'm not a cop hater. I only hate corrupt cops who don't obey their oath. Cop hater is a blanket term that blue line lovers, blue waffle lovers use.
Responds and says, I don't hate cops in general. I hate criminals wearing cop uniforms.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
So I respond and I say, is that a yes?
See, John, this is where you messed up. The dude's calling you out. It's time to put up or shut up. You can't just keep throwing stuff out there.
He responds and says, I don't want to go on any show that would label me a cop hater.
I understand that.
I understand that. Maybe I've misidentified.
Oh, he understands that.
Him, right? Maybe he doesn't identify as that. So I say, I'm willing.
I identify as a black female.
To label you as anything you would like. He sends me back a meme. This guy is a really big fan of memes.
John, no.
As a matter of fact, all the arguments he's made, the only substantial evidence he has to support any of his claims are memes that come from pages like Police the Police and Cop Block.
I think they're both decent pages from what I've seen so far. Police the Police actually put my video up that has 14 million views and more likes than dislikes.
That's his only source of facts is a meme on Facebook. So I say, I'm willing to label you as anything you'd like. And he responds with a meme. And the meme honestly doesn't even make sense. So I'm not going to get into exactly what it was because it doesn't really make sense to me. So I responded back and I said, I'm still confused. Does this mean you'll come on the show? At this point, I've asked him 3 times if he'll come on the show. He has yet to give me an...
See, John, you could say yes or no thanks and then be done, but once dude calls you out, man, put up or shut up.
Answer. He responds by sending me a link to one of his YouTube videos that he's made about, I guess, bashing cops or whatever. I didn't watch it because I don't really care.
He doesn't really care. That shows you where he stands there.
And so I sit back and I said, yes, I've seen your posts on Facebook. You still aren't answering my question. He responds back by saying, let me look at your show. Give me some time. You didn't even look at the video I just sent you. And I said, I saw it on your timeline before I messaged you. He said, it's from YouTube. I said, my message to you pertained to inviting you on the show, not watching your videos or looking at your memes. And then he says, that video was not on my timeline. Was that a lie? Trying to get into semantics of did I watch his video or not. I did not watch his video. So I said, no, I saw a video on your timeline pertaining to your tyrant claims. I figured it was the same one. I didn't message you to divulge myself in your content. I messaged to ask you a very direct question, which you seem unprepared to answer. At this point, he has still not answered my question. And so he responds back again, just getting into this stupid banter, and he says, I'm trying to figure out which video you watched. I doubt you have watched any video that I have put on YouTube. So I sent back and I said, I take it you're not going to answer my question anytime soon. And he said, that tyrant in the picture is a high-ranking Army reservist. So dog faces in general are very high on my list of people that I want to even associate with or be interviewed by. And that didn't make sense. So the one thing about John Mills is he needs a dictionary. He doesn't really understand how the English structure of grammar properly works. So a lot of his messages are confusing. So I'm assuming when he sends this to me, he's referencing me as a dog face. Don't really.
Yeah, John likes using military terms that no one else knows. I have no clue what a dog face is.
Understand it there, John, if you're watching. I would love if you could clarify. I'm just a little confused on your messages. But I responded and I said, so I'll take that as a no. And he said, I still haven't even looked at your show yet. So I'm tired of getting back and forth. And so finally I say, all right, why don't you write me when you've made your decision? Seems like you need time to make sure it's worth your time. And he said, fair enough. If you would look at my videos, you would probably not want me on your show. I have way too much ammunition against criminals posing as public servants. And I sent back and I said, that's exactly why I want you on
Again, Johnny's calling you out. You got it. Present it.
my show. And I mean that. If you have ammunition about cops who are doing the wrong thing, as you said.
Okay, I have plenty of ammunition. I believe my whole channel documents it almost on a daily basis. Mr. Caps for Cops, I don't know your real name. My channel is John Filax, or Filax if you're hooked on phonics. And I document criminal police activity on almost a daily basis. So check that out, and I'll be glad to talk to you about it. I have your phone number. It's easy to find. Kind of just type in Caps for Cops. But I don't want anybody phone crashing or phone. I'm afraid to say bombing. Phone not bombing. Leave the guy alone. Let me call him first. Let's go. That's what I'm getting at here.
Hey, I want nothing more than to have you on the show and to interview you because I want to see what this ammunition is. I want to discuss it. I want to see its validity and see where we can go with it. Pinky up pineapple juice.
My God, that was so clever.
Then he sends me this long message that I'm not even going to read to you, talking about an experience he had with a police officer and what the police officer did and didn't do.
Okay, so yeah, John did have an experience. He gave me the DVD. I have it uploaded in a laptop. It comes out on the laptop, but it doesn't upload to YouTube correctly. I'm working on logistics. That'll be part 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 of the John Mills saga. John, I'm going to do my best to cover your story because I did see the video and I did see what they did to you, and it was criminal. And maybe someone could forward the link to this Caps for Cops, Cops for Cox, Caps Cox for Sucks, Sucks for Cops, copsuck.com, I think is his website. Collect caps for sucking cops.com.
They have military grade encryption on their radios and blah, blah, blah. And if he would have done that, When he was in the military, he would have been to Leavenworth prison. And I mean, this guy is just out there.
You do ramble, John, sometimes. I have to cut you off. You know that.
So I said, again, I'm here to ask you if you would like to come on the show to have that discussion. Are you afraid to debate?
Yes, I would love to come on your show, dude.
This in front of the public. You seem to have a bit to say.
I would love to debate it in front of the public.
And he said, afraid to debate? If you knew me, you would know that I am not afraid of much, especially a debate. So I sat back and I said, so then it's a yes. He said, I still haven't even watched your show. I said, okay, buddy, have a good night. And then later on, he asks me for the name of my channel. I give him the link to the Facebook page. Now, this is the message I got in response, okay? This is what really sent me off the edge. It's not that he attacked me personally in this message. It's actually that he attacked my guest. If you saw, I had Mike the Cop on the show yesterday.
Mike the Sovereign. Boom, 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 boom. What a shocker. He's a big fan of Joe Gamaldi, and Mike the Cop is his friend. This is where he really got butthurt, is when Mike the Sovereign Cop when John says something to Mike the Sovereign. John, you little shit stirrer, you little 120-pound spider monkey shit stirrer, you.
It was a great episode. Mike's a great guy. I have nothing but respect for Mike.
Mike's a great guy. Mr. Lies about it, the American people. Mr. You got 3 chances, and then it's go time. Now it's go time. I get the green light to put my hands on you and do whatever I want with my vagina lips.
And this guy decided he needed to go after Mike as well. So this was John Mills' message to me that really sent me over the edge. He said, you can't even watch a 2-minute video that I've created, but you want me to be a part of one of your creations. Just the fact that you are friends with Mike the disgusting fat body cop tells me that
Good one, Johnny. I'll give you that one.
I don't want to associate myself with your program. I would love to educate you with the truth about government agents.
By the way, I've several times I've asked Mike the Cop and Creamfield Donut Operator to debate, and none of them have taken the offer. So I don't know who's scared of what here. So we'll see.
That think taking an oath to the Constitution makes it okay to violate these God-given rights at will. But I think that I would have more success trying to educate a rock. I think that you are I think that you are of this same mindset, and I'm sure you will fit right in with the criminal cops that will mindlessly follow unlawful orders that violate human rights.
He might be right there, buddy.
So I will have to disrespectfully decline your offer, and make sure that you are well practiced in the art of running and hiding, because it may serve you well in the future. Maybe even practice dressing like a woman to disguise your real identity. Don't worry.
See, John, that was weird. What does that even mean? You got to know when to slow your roll, dude.
Sorry, guys. I'm going to break this shit down for you, Barney style. But my response to him when he
Barney style, is that a move you and Mike the Cop do when the lights are out?
sent that, I said, well, this is going to be fun to talk about on the show tomorrow. Thank you for proving my suspicions about you right, sir. Have a good night. God bless law enforcement. So that's what started this predicament. Then it goes one step further. He comments on one of my other posts after we've messaged back and forth. And this time he's commenting towards one of our other followers who's actually with us right now. Adam, what's up, man? He actually commented towards you, sir, and he said, Adam Henderson, check out my videos on my YouTube channel, and you will see and hear how much of a coward I am. Honorably discharged combat Marines are not generally considered cowards, but maybe they do exist. Here was my response, because I think what he's saying there is bullshit. So I said, I'm an honorably discharged Army infantry veteran. Titles mean nothing. A man isn't measured by his titles. You are quick to spew hateful rhetoric against the police without any real factual backing, but you refuse to come on a show and discuss it. So how much do you really believe in what you're saying? It seems if you were...
All right, so from here, it turns into John saying he's not a carb, he was a Marine, and this guy saying, well, he was infantry, and whatever you say and whatever you do doesn't really matter. Blah, 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 blah. Go to Caps for Cops Facebook page. I guess this is all this guy has. I don't know his name. I'll debate you, dude. I don't think you can explain your way out of unjustified violence. So, you want to debate? Let's debate. I might even just call you by surprise and see what happens. So, here you go, guys. And John, take a chill pill, dude. You got to express yourself the right way, man. Nice and slow and diligent and clear. All right, brother? John's a really good guy, man. Sometimes he's one of those guys that he's such a good guy. He's too good of a guy. He does too much maybe for the wrong people here and there. But ultimately, he's a good guy and he wants good things to happen. And yes, he was ripped from his car and beaten for free speech. For speech. He was pulled from his car and beaten for speech. Okay? And taken to the jail and etc. We'll get into that story as the John Mills saga continues. In the meantime, here you go. Caps for Cops. I mean, he's friends with Mike the Cop. He's gonna somehow connect the divide. So, all right. Thanks for watching. The John Mills Saga, Part 1. Peace and tranquility. Please like and subscribe, and go to Etsy.com. John's Coin Rings with no spaces in your faces. All right, bye, everyone.